Imagine this, a president standing before his people, not with tanks or soldiers, but with chickens. Not one, not 10, not even 100,000. Ibrahim Traoré, the young leader of Burkina Faso, released 1 million chickens into the wild. At first, it sounded strange, almost unbelievable. Why would a head of state, in the middle of political storms, focus on chickens? What was he trying to prove? And what does this unusual act say about the future of Africa? Burkina Faso is a landlocked country in West Africa. Its people are strong, living through decades of struggle, foreign pressure, and poverty. Yet today, this country has become a symbol of Africa's awakening. And at the center of it stands Ibrahim Traoré, one of the youngest leaders in the world. When Traoré became president, many thought he would only talk about war, soldiers, or foreign relations. Instead, he also spoke about farming, food, and chickens. To some, it felt too simple. But behind that simplicity was a powerful message: survival, independence, and dignity. In 2023, Traoré announced something bold. The government would give out or release 1 million chickens across the country. These were not expensive imports. They were not foreign breeds. They were local chickens, tough, strong, and perfect for Burkina Faso's climate. Farmers received them. Families in villages received them. Some were released in open areas, so communities could raise them together. This was more than just birds. It was an answer to one of Africa's biggest challenges: food security. Why chickens? Why not factories, oil, or pipelines? Because in rural Africa, chickens make sense. They are cheap. They reproduce quickly. They don't need machines or costly care. A hen gives eggs every day, providing children with much-needed protein. And in just months, one chicken can become many more. Traoré was not only giving chickens, he was giving opportunity. He was showing that real power does not always come from foreign aid or international loans. Sometimes it comes from something as humble as a chicken, placed in the hands of ordinary people. For decades, Burkina Faso and many African countries depended on imports. Even basic food like rice, wheat, or chicken often came from outside. Africa, with all its land, was buying frozen chicken from Europe and Brazil. This dependency was created by history. Colonizers encouraged Africa to export gold, cotton, and cocoa, while importing finished goods. Local farming was destroyed. Local industries collapsed. By releasing chickens, Traoré was fighting back. His message was clear: we will feed ourselves first. This was not just about food, it was about freedom. At first, some people laughed. Some said, "How will chickens solve our problems?" But soon, the results spoke for themselves. A mother said, "Now I can give my children eggs without waiting for the market." A farmer said, "From 5 chickens, I now have 20. I sell some and I keep some." Schools started giving eggs to children, improving nutrition where malnutrition was common. What looked like a small idea became a growing movement. The larger message was clear. For too long, African leaders believed that solutions must come from outside, from aid, from donors, from investors. Traoré showed that solutions can come from within. Small steps, big results. If every family has food, if every community has trade, the nation itself becomes strong. Strong nations cannot be bullied, starved, or controlled. Across Africa, people began talking about it. Some critics dismissed it as a joke. Others saw it as genius, simple, direct, and people-focused. In nearby countries, leaders started thinking about similar projects, investing in chickens, fish, and local farming. On social media, 1 million chickens became a rallying cry. Africa can feed itself. Even outside Africa, the message was loud. While international groups spoke about billion-dollar aid packages, here was a leader doing something simple and real. Something people could touch, see, and benefit from immediately. Of course, there were problems. Some chickens died of disease. Some families sold them too quickly instead of breeding them. Critics said bigger reforms were needed: roads, hospitals, irrigation, and they were right. But even with flaws, the project stood out. It was practical. It was fast. And most of all, it did not depend on foreign donors. So what does it mean when a president releases 1 million chickens? It means more than farming. It means courage. It means a new kind of leadership, not ruling from above, but empowering from below. For Africa, it means independence does not always begin with something huge. Sometimes it begins with something small, something alive, something that multiplies when you take care of it. For the world, it is a reminder. Not every solution needs complexity. Sometimes the simplest ideas carry the deepest power, and as Ibrahim Traoré showed through action, a chicken today can mean sovereignty tomorrow.